Ladies and gentlemen, let's discuss the ancient Greek tragedy, one of the trilogy, the Euripides. The name of this tragedy is it's a play, The Trojan Woman, so written by Euripides. The play begins with two gods, Athena and Poseidon, descending from heavens towards to discuss the aftermath of the war between the invading Greek armies and the people of the city of Troy. Poseidon has supported the Trojan, whereas Athena has supported the Greeks. However, she has now turned against them. The Greek warrior Ajax raped the Trojan princess Cassandra in Athena's temple, which the goddess sees an act of great disrespect. As a result, she has called on Poseidon as well as Zeus to work with her to create stormy seas to punish the Greeks on their journey home. The gods exit and the mortal plot unfolds. The stage shows a ruined wall, and in front of it, a tent containing the recently enslaved woman of Troy. Hecuba, the former queen of Troy, laments the destruction of her city and the horrible treatment her family has endured. The chorus, made up of her former handmaidens and other noble Trojan women, joins her, and together they sing, wondering what will become of them and which Greek will be their masters. Teletubbies, a Greek god, enters and tries to inform Hecuba of the death of her daughter Polyxena. He uses euphemistic language, and Hecuba does not initially understand what he is trying to say. He also announces to the woman that they will all be taken as slaves by different Greek men, and so will have to leave their homeland essentially alone. Cassandra, Hecuba's daughter, who was cursed with the ability to see the future, enters the stage from the tent. She is in a wild, panicked mood. She has seen that Agamemnon will enslave her, and that her enslavement will lead to her death and the death of his entire family. She talks of Agamemnon as her husband and listens her enslavement to marriage. Because she can see the future, she knows that she cannot fight it and leaves willingly for Agamemnon's ship. Next, Andromache, Hecuba's daughter-in-law and husband of the late warrior Hector, enters carrying her baby Astyanax. She and Hecuba sing a song of mourning together. Andromache reveals that Greek soldier killed Polyxena. She tries to comfort Hecuba by arguing that it is better to be dead than to be alive and suffering. Andromache is taken away to the ship of her new master, and before she goes, Teletubbies informs her that she cannot take her baby. A panel of Greek warriors has decided Astyanax must die, because if he were to live and grow into a man, he could pose a potential threat to his Greek captors. Devastated, Andromache gives Astyanax to Teletubbies, and the two exit the stage. Menelaus, the Spartan king, comes to claim Helen. Helen was formerly his wife, but she eloped with Trojan prince Paris. Menelaus rallied his allies and come after her, thus starting the Trojan War. Menelaus now plans to transport Helen back to Sparta and kill her as a warning to all unfaithful wives. But first, she tries to plead her case. Hecuba, who has been listening, argues that Helen is twisting the truth, while Helen says she was taken to Troy and kept there against her will. Hecuba argues she eloped willingly and is to blame for the destruction of the city. Menelaus is not convinced by Helen, and the two leave together, she as his slave. In the play final scene, Taltibus returned with the body of Astyanax. He allows Hecuba to dress him and perform funeral rites, and gives her actor's shield, which will serve as a coffin for the child. Hecuba laments this loss of young life and reflects upon the destruction of her city and her loved one. The Greek ships begin to leave, and as they leave, the remaining Greek soldiers set Troy on fire as their home burns. The Trojan women sing a sad song to gather and prepare for their new life. So this is this tragic story of the Trojan woman, and it is no doubt, it is very tragic, the end of this. And as you know, let me tell you about the author Euripides. Euripides is one of the most famous classical Greek playwright, although less popular at his time than Aeschylus or Sophocles. His surviving work has continued to resonate with audiences for almost 2,500 years. Little is known about Euripides' life outside of his dramatic writing. He was likely born to a wealthy family and never went to war or served in the military. He began competing the dramatic competition. So let me tell you about the historical context of the Trojan woman. The Trojan woman takes place in the aftermath of the Trojan War. This central conflict in Greek mythology, likely based on real-life battle between Bronze Age Greek soldier and the Trojan, people living in the present-day Turkey, sometime between 1100 and 1200 BC. Additionally, Euripides was probably inspired by real-life contemporary conflict. So, let me tell you about the facts of this play. The name of this play is Trojan Woman, and written where it was written, Athens or Salamis. Published in 415 BCE. Ancient Greek literature, tragedy, and dramatic genre of this play is dramatic tragedy, and setting of this is city of Troy. The climax of this, the death of child Astyanax. Antagonist of this play is the Greeks. So the Trojan woman, most surviving classical Greek plays, including those written by Euripides, Aeschylus, and Sophocles. So this is the story of the background of this tragic play, The Trojan Woman by Euripides. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.